What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today's episode of Ludus, I believe I have figured out an extremely strong lineup for climbing. Now, as you can tell from the opening screen here, I have fallen drastically. I went all the way up to 7,300 trophies. And in the last week and a half, all I fought is mythic lineups, and my quote-unquote easy wins have only gained me like 2 to 10 trophies. And then the mythic lineups that might is 7,000 to 8,000 might has knocked me down 70, 75, at a time. So I've dropped 300 fucking trophies. I have tried to climb as best as I possibly can. And last night I went on a run with this deck right here that, even though it doesn't look like I did much, I actually did relatively well. I did have like 5 matches in a row that I won, and I gained like anywhere between 2 and like 7 or 8 trophies on those ones. It was feeling really solid. I was in the 7,100 range, and I was staying in there pretty good. And then I got hit with a 7,500 might, an 8,003% might, and then one other matchup that I just couldn't do anything about it. He got more singularities than I did. That's just kind of how that goes. So I've resigned myself to the fact that I'm no longer going to climb the ladder, because climbing the ladder is fucking impossible in this game now. Matchmaking is shit. The way that it says in the fun facts deal that matchmaking is done primarily off of might and your trophy count. That's bullshit. And I'm going to say that outright. I know it's bullshit because I shouldn't be facing 7,000 might bots. I really shouldn't. If I do run into a full mythic lineup that is missing, say, 5 slots of perks or something like that, but their might is within 500% of mine, I do give it a shot. And with the faction buff, I did win a couple of them, but it is very few and far between that happens. So, yeah, the best deal of advice I can give you now is just look at the might. Don't look at the perks. Don't look at the trophy count. Just look at the might. If the might is within 500% of yours, you do have a pretty decent shot, especially if they are a bot. If it's a human, though, I recommend running. So, yeah, with all that said, let's look at today's lineup. We have Muerta. Muerta is walking in with Santa's Gifts, Bulwark, and Singularity. She is rocking it like nobody's business, and I'll kind of explain how all this synergizes here in just a minute. We have Evil Eye rocking Daydreams, Incendiary Landmine, and Fortification. We have Monkey King rocking out with Deathly Missiles, Soul Harvest, and Lightning Reactor. Princess is a pretty little girl rocking around with Aqua Vitae, Onslaught, and Armor Plating. And then Pumpkin Jack is rocking Lightning Reflexes and Day of the Dead. I'm really hoping to get him to level 13 here soon. I've got 1 month, or less than a month. That's unfortunate. I have less than a month with Pumpkin Jack, and I don't have him level 13 yet. So I do need to get him to level 13 so I can unlock that diamond and have some fun there. But for right now, Princess is taking over the role for Iron Tony as my tank. When she's rocking with Aqua Vitae, Onslaught, and Armor Plating, she has a high chance of staying alive a lot more often than not. The reason why Onslaught is on her is not because of the fact of the 200% when she goes onto their half of the board. It's for the rises from the dead. So if you do not have Onslaught at max level, I recommend either going with Sharknado, Deathly Missiles. You could do Pyromaniac, but I don't really recommend it, or Ricochet. So Sharknado, Deathly Missiles, or Ricochet. Those are the ones I recommend for Princess if you do not have Onslaught at max level. Armor Plating is exceptional on her. At max level, it is the best choice. At level 79, it does relatively well. If you choose to, you can do Shield of Faith with Pyromaniac, similar to Tony's build, and it does do, it is effective, it does do well. So those are two different combinations you can run on Princess that I have found work out the best. Pumpkin Jack rocking Lightning Reflexes and Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead is only increasing his damage even further, as I have it at level 99. So he's getting an extra 40% damage increase from each skeleton on the field. And the skeletons are rocking close to, or just shy of 30% HP and doing 30% damage. And his damage is 638,000. So you can see where the deals match up. Lightning Reflexes just makes it to where my ability is hitting a lot faster, or hitting more often, and we like it when Pumpkin Jack applies the madness to everything around him. Monkey King is the bread and butter to our front line. So our front line consists of Monkey King, Princess, and Pumpkin Jack. Those are the ones right up there doing the business. Now, I realize that his damage is only 379,000, and Deathly Missiles can go on someone else that makes him a lot better. But really, Deathly Missile and Soul Harvest combined make for a very solid Monkey King. And that's the reason why it's on there. At level 99, when an enemy dies, we're dealing just shy of 50% of hero's damage to random enemies. So we're doing just shy of 190,000, just shy of 200k. 1 second, please. Oh, I had a cough there. So we're doing just shy of 200k. Now, Lightning Reactor is really good. It pushes everything back. It ricochets them backwards. We're dealing 447% of our hero's damage to areas in a medium area. We're stunning them for 2 seconds. At level 100, the 500 energy drain would be ideal. But yeah, I don't have that there. I'm close to Tony going to level 15 though. I'll get there. Now, as a replacement for this, that's what I was going into. Shield of Faith is a good choice. That's the reason why it's not on anyone right now. I've been bouncing between Lightning Reactor and Shield of Faith with Monkey King to see what fits where and why. Armor Plating is obviously going to be the number one choice always and forever. Just because of the significant buffs that it has. So if you decide to go with Shield of Faith Pyromaniac build on Princess, obviously that opens up armor plating and you can put this here. I prefer Lightning Reactor because I'm knocking back a lot of cards at once. And since since Monkey King cannot be stunned, as it says right here. Where's that? Monkey King is immune to control effects. That's all the stuns. There's stuns everywhere. So I finally have something. I finally have something that does not get stunned. And that's his whole purpose. But his health does sit at 9.8 million at level 13. So if you wanted to do the HP increase from armor plating, that'd be a lot more. It would help out quite a bit. I'm not saying it won't. Moving on. Evil Eye is rocking Daydreams, Incendiary Landmine, and Fortification. Now, I did run Evil Eye as Lightning Reflexes for a while. But since the changes to Daydreams, I've been wanting to give this a shot. Attacks have 50% chance to apply weakness, increasing enemies' incoming damage by 98% for 6 seconds. That's 98% at level 79, which is pretty fucking fantastic if you ask me. Now, with Evil Eye hits multiple targets at once, so there is a possibility that you spread the weakness more than once. Since we have Fortification on there, he is basically going to be protecting our back line and some of our front line, depending on the position of where we put him. If he's on row number 2, or if he's on the second row, Fortification does have a tendency to leech onto the opposing side, so you have a chance to save your Monkey King, Princess, and Pumpkin Jack a little bit of HP leading into the charge. Especially if Deadly Swamp is on the field. If Deadly Swamp is not on the field, it's just an added bonus. But Daydreams on Evil Eye seems to work a whole hell of a lot better than Lightning Reflexes. Now, Eldritch Horror is a good choice here. The only reason I don't recommend it in this particular lineup is because we have Singularity on Muerta, and Eldritch Horror and Singularity do not match. So if you want to stress yourself out and look at the board every 5 seconds, making sure Evil Eye and Muerta are not in the same column, good luck. But the thing is you're going to have Singularity and Landmine in the same column a few times, especially with the pattern that I figured out on my end. So you can't run Eldritch Horror because Singularity is right there. So Daydreams just works a whole heck of a lot better than any of the other choices. Now, one of the other things I am planning on looking into is Shadow Step. At the start of each round, the hero teleports to a square across the enemy line symmetrical to their own and gains 100 energy. I am looking into this because I ran into a couple of grand tournaments where this was on Evil Eye, and Evil Eye destroyed a lot of things before he himself perished. So I am going to be looking into Shadow Step here soon. Level 60 incoming damage reduction increased to 30%. That just sounds really silly, and it lasts for 5 seconds. So this is something I do kind of want to look into. And finally, it is Muerta. Muerta's rocking Santa's Gifts, Bulwark, and Singularity. It is really, really straightforward. Santa's Gifts goes off every 8 seconds, restoring 374 energy to a random ally. This is going up to level 99 as soon as humanly possible, probably with next week's rune hunt. And yeah, this just makes it to where Muerta's popping out little baby skeletons left, right, and center. Bulwark is because it's reducing incoming damage, 74% of incoming damage. And then Singularity because Singularity applies weakness, increasing incoming damage by 50%. I mean, it's Singularity. Might as well. Alright, so that is the breakdown of our deck. That is my rambling, and let's get into our 3 fights and see what sort of bullshit we run into today. Alright, Gato Molan 139. Let's do this. You are within my range. Okay, so this is gonna go here. I don't normally. I've started to apply this technique to my gameplay, especially this week with it being Lucky Coin Faction Week. We lost that because he's a tier 3. If it wasn't a tier 3, we probably would have taken that. Let's go with Monkey King's ability shocks. Yeah, let's go with the shocking. I've been starting to merge in the beginning, and I don't normally do that. Like, we go here and here. I'm starting to take my merges a lot more seriously, really planning everything out. I've talked for months and months about how I'm going to be slowing down my gameplay a little bit. I don't know why it went there. I'm gonna be slowing down my gameplay to really trying to make the right choices when I need to make the right choices and figuring out the merging. And during Lucky Coin Week, it is a lot easier to merge out relatively quick because you are getting those summoning coins back. So same thing kind of goes with Prowess Week. Prowess Week, you're trying to get to the perks as quickly as possible. During Lucky Coin Week, in my eyes, you're trying to get to a full board as much as humanly possible. So we took that one, but we're not out of the woods yet. Our opponent has some really messed up things that are going to be coming our direction. So we need to keep our eyes out. We've got how many reds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reds. But we do have multiple openings. We do have lesser value perks. So maybe we will see the end of the rainbow here. Yeah, we're going to go there, and we're going to get ourselves up there, and we're set. I'm at least trying to get, at minimum, in my mind, I'm trying to get at least 1 to 2 perks active during each round. Barring round number 1, every single round I want to get at least 1 perk active, if not a little bit more. And now we're going into the super phase. Fantastic. Okay, so here's another strategy I have been trying to implement. I am spreading out my Muertas. I spread out my Muertas. I spread out my Evil Eyes. Now, the way I do this is dependent on what the shuffler gives me. Is what I'm calling. I'm calling it the shuffler. If I have more Evil Eye on the field than I do Muertas, and I'm seeing more Evil Eye than I am of Muerta, then I will put Evil Eye in a very specific location. If I am Oh, I may have messed that up. I went too fast. Oh, no. I saw the Muerta and I went too fast. I really messed up my rotation there. Oh, no. That's going to cost me. Ooh, that's not good. I really wanted that to go super this round. Okay, we're going to have to... We can go there. We'll be fine. This is fine. I messed that up so bad, but Griffin fell fucking immediately. Okay, we're good. We're good. I almost messed up my rotation there. Or I did mess up my rotation, but I thought we were going to lose that one. Okay, so now we're back on our rotation. So we go here, and then bam, there's our super. But since I'm seeing more Muerta than I am Evil Eye, Muerta is going to be going on the flanking portions. It's kind of hard to explain, and I want to make it sound as logical as humanly possible. In my eyes, it makes perfect sense, and that's the reason why I'm running the way I'm running it. Let's see, right over there. So we're going to put this here to protect that Muerta with our fortification. That should protect her outright. Yep, she took no damage at all until Griffin hopped into that play there. That's the reason for the fortification. And we won that one outright. That was easy. Okay, so as you can tell, we were outmatched. We were outmatched and outgunned. But I'm starting to figure out that this is kind of a smokescreen to me. If I'm within that 400, 500% range, might range, I take it every single damn time. 92.9. But that also comes down to placements and stuff like that. So let's get into round number 2. Let's see if we can recreate what I was talking about in round number 1 about placements and stuff like that. Placements is very, very critical as in this time and space. So round number 2. All right. I don't know what that name is. I'm not fighting this. Now, the reason I'm not fighting this, he's within my range, but he has a complete workup of full reds, so I'm out. Bye! All right, round number 3. Or round number 2. All right, Sandman. What do you know? Fucking shocker. Not fighting this. Full mythic lineup. Nope. Bye! All right, round number 2. All right. Evosion. Oh, we'll fight this. Fuck it. We'll fight it. I'm tired of backing out of fights. As you can tell, the matchmaking is still the shittiest it's ever been. I gained very little trophies from our amazing win. And then immediately dropped, I think almost 30. I don't know. I have to double check the recording and stuff. But that's just how it goes nowadays, and I'm kind of sick and tired of it. If I'm being honest, this is now Jeffrey's moment to kind of go off a little bit. I'm very, very displeased at this point in time. I am a deck builder. I am a content creator. I like making things for people. I enjoy doing this content or making content for Ludus. It is fucking impossible to make content for a game that I cannot play on a regular basis. I can play, but I'm going to lose every single damn time. I need to be able to actually show what a deck can do instead of showing in with a limp fish in my hand and just get smacked around by Tom, Dick, and Harry. And yeah, I'm going to start going off on a tangent here, and I really don't want to. I'm hoping my brain allows me to kind of stay focused just a little bit longer. We're going to keep Muerta right like this. We have 2 singularities active, and he has 2 supers, so we have to try and mitigate some of that freaking damage, but we're going to have to keep those 2 separated and double down. But what I'm trying to get at is I am sick and tired of trying to make the videos of different builds, going with Princess with her shield, because that is an exceptional combat boost. Princess with the shield is amazing. But every time I go to make a video, what I'm met with is overpowered bots that are ultimately just gonna wreck my face. What is on you? Your landmine. So move Princess out of the way. We have to save the princess. But I'm running into bots that are so overpowered I cannot win, and there's no point in trying. So there's no point in making that video, because all it does is make the deck look weak. I want to be able to show off what it can and can't do. If I can't get anything off because the bots are so damn overpowered with their might that nothing's going to show on the screen, there's no point in me making the content. So, yeah. I can either accept what I cannot change and do my best to make the content still. Let's go, Princess. You're standing strong. I can try and make the content the best I possibly can and rant and rave about this stupid game half the time. Or, yeah, I don't know. There is no or with that one. I don't know where I was going with that. There's no ultimatum here. I don't want to stop making content for this game in particular. I really don't. I love this game too much. We finally got to that evil eye. I love this game too much, and I don't want to not be playing this game. But if I can't make content and I'm stuck on the same spot on the ladder every day, like, people gotta be able to take me seriously as a deck creator. And if all my decks are losing because all I'm doing is getting paired with a whole bunch of massively overpowered shit, they're not gonna take my content seriously. We're getting kind of wrecked here, so I think it's about time. I'm gonna have to pull the trigger on Muerta, but nope, not really. She saw it. She knew it was going down. Singularity and Landmine, I've said in the past, do not work in the same lineup. They work in the same lineup, they don't work on the same card. That was a distinction I was really messing up at that time, because a lot of the time I put Singularity and Landmine onto Muerta. But what I have found, thanks to my clanmate Kraken, is if you can spread them out well enough, if you can play the slow game and be able to get like Singularity in 2 columns and then have Landmine in that same area. Landmine does have a tendency to kind of stick around every so often. And when it does that, boom, dropped you like Twinkies, buddy. If it does work out that way, when they pop back from the third dimension from Singularity, the Landmine does go off. When the Landmine goes off, then things die very, very quickly, which is always fun to watch. Now, we do like Pumpkin Jack here, but that said, there's too many things on the field that need to be upgraded, and you are not one of them. Let's get Pumpkin Jack down. Okay, we need one more Muerta. We have time. We have time. It's all gonna be okay. We have time. Let's just keep the bodies on the field, see what happens. We have plenty of time. We can do this. It's 2v2 on the hearts. My ranting and raving is finally over. I've been holding this back for 10 days now because I've been stuck in the same spot on the ladder for 2 weeks. 2 weeks I've been stuck at 7k trophies. 2! That's a lot of weeks to be stuck at fucking 7k trophies. We fell. Okay. So now we gotta see here. Attack damage, because that's going to be the best bet. Now, what is our biggest threat? It's going to be... Let's see. Can we get a Muerta in that... BAM! Ask and ye shall receive. So Griffin is our biggest problem. We're going to try and switch Muerta over to there. We're going to bring Princess over to here. Your Muerta landmine is not active, but it will be. Can we get double singularity on the Muertas? I think we can. There we go. Double fortification, not singularity. Fortification. So we have landmine here, singularity, singularity, fortification. We really only need one more Monkey King. Let's see if we can get there. No. No. Ah, there's the Monkey King. Aha! Alright, let's see if this pulls this out of our ass. Let's see if we can pull out this win. Monkey King fell pretty quickly because landmine was right there. There was not a whole lot we could do about that. That placement was not that great. But it does look like we are holding in firm. We're at 68, 78 million to theirs. They're almost dead. Boom! Now we're down to our heart apiece. Okay, fantastic. It's heart v heart situation. Ooh, this did not turn out that great. Let's drop this. There's 1, 2. Okay, so we need one more princess. We just need one more. Ask and you shall receive. We're going to stack them in the same line because that just makes a little bit more sense. And Muerta is... Oh, he shifted the Muerta, so we're perfectly fine. Let's fucking go. All right. No, don't get stunned like that. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Princess has the Aqua Vitae, so that is... Having 2 of those means we're set in stone. We're still at 100 million. Oh, you come for the gameplay, folks. That's what you come for. Oh, that was freaking phenomenal. How much damage? 503 million to his 537 million. Princess showing the fuck up. Same thing with Pumpkin Jack showing the fuck up. All right, we're going to go one more fight. If it can stay within the range, we're good. The main reason why I wasn't afraid of this lineup is more more legendaries than mythic. So kind of felt a little bit quote unquote on par with me. It's a gut instinct. All right, fight number 3. Let's do this. All right, 8 to 19. Nope, I'm not fighting this. That might 7,000 might. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not fighting this. I'll lose immediately. Bye. Yep, that was not going to happen. All right, fight number 3. All right, Game is going to be our final opponent. This one's going to be pretty straightforward, pretty easy. This is what I'm running in. This is the problem I'm running into. A lot of my easy, quote unquote, easy wins are super low on the trophy count. So I'm not able to climb. It seems like it's ass backwards to me. That's where it seems like. It seems like the ones that I should be winning that help me climb, or will not help me, but will allow me to climb, are... Okay, let me rephrase that, because I literally had it in my brain, so laugh at me at this moment. The matchups that I am running into that should be, this one, should be higher placed on the trophy count, so that way I can actually go forward. The ones that are the 7k might and shit like that, those should be the ones that are along the lines of lower trophy count, or it should be where I'm losing less trophies to the super OP bots and gaining more trophies from the quote unquote easy wins. That's where it is. The coffee has not kicked in today. So that's where it seems to be ass backwards to me right now. Is I should not be having this sort of back and forth. I should be able to everyone should be able to climb and get to at least League 9. That's how it should be. Leaderboard racing should be based off of how many people are actually active, how many people are grinding, and so on and so forth. And it's just not the case. So either might needs to go away, or the bots need to be reset, or something. We're going to keep the board as is. Nothing's really exciting me on this level right now. But that's ultimately where it should be, in my eyes, especially for a competitor, because I know the leaderboard, people who spend thousands of dollars on this game so that way they can have full mythic lineups and shit like that. Those ones want to be racing the top competitors. They want to fight the best of the best inside Ludus, and you kind of can't do that if you can't climb the damn ladder. Whew. I'm going to be stuck on this for a little while because I'm watching a game I really love die. I don't think it's dying, but I think at the same end it's dying. Like, it's hard to say. It is so hard to say nowadays with games. Because who knows, they could turn the corner and make everything right when Clan Wars come out. I don't know. I don't want to speak ill. I'm just tired of the same stuff. This has been 7 months. 7 months of this. And I'm just kind of burned out on it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Anyone who's played this game long enough knows exactly what the hell I mean. Alright, so what we're going to wind up doing here, if I can pull it off, is we're going to get Muerta in this center column here, and we're going to have Evil Eye here and Evil Eye here. We should be able to pull that off. We're getting more copies of Evil Eye than we are of Muerta. But with the way that I'm treating this like this is a legendary lineup, we're going to go with the Fear from Pumpkin Jack because he has lightning reflexes. So we can go here, here, here. Drop our 3, so a prowess buff. Bam. Then we go here, here, here. That allows for double fortification onto the Muerta, which keeps that safe. Our landmines are spread out to where a good chunk are getting hit with either Singularity or Landmine. Done, done, and doneer. Kitsune, I believe, is really the main counter for this because of that energy regeneration. But we took this one. We had this from the freaking rip. All right, let's super out our Evil Eye. Let's break this one last rock so we walk away from this game with all rocks broken. And call it good. We have no reason to fuse anything else. We've won this. in decisive fashion. There we go. Look at them. They're beating the shit out of that tech golem. Your armor plating meant nothing. All right. That was a pretty solid matchup. 141 million damage done by us. Pumpkin Jack just destroying it on attack damage. That was okay. All right, so that's our lineup. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And with all that said, I'm going to leave you the same way I always do. Life can be fun if you allow it to be. We'll see you next time.